Now Dada's gone to work. Mum's gonna take you to school today. Dada had to start early. Good morning, guys. It is Monday. It's a daycare day, but Brett had to start early, so I have to take Anson to daycare, which means I need to wake the baby up. He's completely ready. I'm ready. I haven't got my eyebrows tinted the other day, which low-key, I can just wake up and go. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a game changer. So will I be doing that from now on? Absolutely. I have packed his bag. He's dressed, he's ready, his teeth are brushed, I'm ready, I've got a coffee. I'm just about to go wake up the baby, feed her, change her bum. And then we'll go drop him off and get our day started. It is probably 11:15. I have been just doing bits and pieces. I just had a couple of things on my laptop to do. Like I had to email our lawyer. Sounds so adult, I know. I ended up ordering a new puffer jacket because I need one. I live in Tassie, it's freezing, and the one I have is 6 years old. I had to book something. I just had like a couple of little things to do on my laptop, so I sat down and did that and had my coffee. The baby slept, had a really big nap. Arms out for the first time too, which big deal if you're a mum. Yesterday was Mother's Day, and in the morning I went, you're laughing at me. And I went into town in the morning and just bought a couple of things. I was looking for a puffer jacket, but where I thought I would find one, I did not. I did just buy a couple of other things though. I bought two things for Astrid in Maya. I bought this pack of bibs, just two different shades of pink. And then she has just gone up to the next size of clothes, which is 00. She's just long. She's not like filling them out, but she's tall, she's long. And I got out all of those clothes last week and washed them, and could see that the only thing I was really missing was like long sleeve bodysuits to go under a couple of pairs of overalls. So I found this one from Sprout. It's like an off-white beigey creamy color. $16 for that one. And then for myself, I just went into Cotton On. This is what I went in there to buy. Just a quarter zip sweatshirt, basically in black. I want the grey and the black, but I couldn't justify buying both. So this was 60 bucks. This I just randomly saw. This was the only one in this colorway randomly by itself in the size that I would have bought anyway, so I just grabbed it. I didn't even try it on, I just grabbed it on my way to the checkout, and it's one of the classic stripe long sleeve oversized tops. It's in the light blue and like burgundy maroon color. That's all I got yesterday. I've got in the mail today some frames coming. I've already got the photos printed that I want to put in them, and I just can't wait to do them. I'll show you when they get here. They're for the lounge room, because room by room we are upgrading this house. If you've been watching my vlogs and you think, oh god, that house is really outdated, you'd be right. We are slowly in the process of upgrading it bit by bit. We have made a decision to, when we repaint the walls in each room, to paint the trim, because that kind of keeps the house looking outdated, all the trims, as you can see just there. So we decided we're going to paint them, and then we're actually going to replace every single door in our house. Rather than like painting those, we're just going to replace them all. Eventually this house will look great, but we're just not there yet. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello, darling. The frames just arrived. I've got the prints here. I'm quickly going to put this together. Oh my god, it's so cute. I love them. They're exactly, I've been picturing this not long after I found out I was pregnant, to be honest. We have this like empty spot in the lounge room where there is a hook, and I knew I wanted two square prints there, one on top of the other. And then when we found out I was pregnant, I was like, I know what's going there. Let me show you. It's my babies. That is my son. That is my daughter, who is right there. I used the same backdrop for their announcement photos, and I used them for their monthly photos. Those two prints are going to go in that spot just there, with my son on top and my daughter at the bottom. I just got the frames from Temple & Webster, but they're the Cooper & Co brand, which you can buy so many places. And the prints I just printed at Officeworks. I'm obsessed. All right, let's go for a walk.
Good, darling. Good morning. Oh, good morning, sleepyhead. You had a big sleep in and you scratched your nose.
Good morning. Welcome to the week. It is a Monday morning. It is 9:11. Today is a daycare day, so my son's at daycare. My daughter is here. She's napping at the moment. It's only 9:10. I've had a super productive morning. I have done a workout. I've vacuumed the whole house except for the kitchen because I want to do some baking, and then once I do that, I'll vacuum and then mop. I've done a load of laundry. I've hung that out. I've cleaned the I cleaned the kitchen and then it got messy again, as it does. But yeah, it's the start of a new week and I've actually set myself some goals for this week. Basically, I'm 3 months postpartum now and I gave myself like 8 weeks of complete grace, and then after that I started to like slowly bring back like a bit of health and looking after myself and things like that. And now I'm 3 months and I'm like, okay, let's go. So I've set myself some weekly goals just to try and build some habits. So the first one, which I've been wanting to do for ages, but it's like so hard in the moment, is to just wake up at 6 a.m. every single morning during the week, so Monday to Friday. Wake up at 6 a.m. and before I do anything, get myself ready. Because if I don't get myself ready, I'll put it off and then I feel like shit. I feel like if I don't get myself ready, I feel shit about myself, and therefore it turns out to a shit mood and a shit day and blah blah blah. That's the main goal for this week. So I did it this morning. I got up at 6, even though we had a bit of a rough night with Astrid. I got up at 6, I did my hair, I did my makeup, I then worked out, so I kind of need to fix it a little bit. I don't need to get dressed then because it's winter and I need to stay cozy, but as long as I do my hair and my makeup and like pick out what I'm gonna wear for the day, I'm good. I want to do 3 workouts and 3 walks for the week, which is already a goal of mine every week. And then I actually want to post 1 TikTok a day and vlog the entire week and actually make it through, because I've started so many vlogs and not gone there. Anyway, I am working through my to-do list before Astrid and I head out when she wakes up. So I'm going to keep doing that. First things first, I hung out the washing. Now I'm going to make some muffins, clean up the kitchen and then vacuum. And hopefully I can do all of that before she wakes up. Also, I don't know if I've already spoken about this in a vlog, but I'm obsessed with these Level Up electrolyte hydration packs. I already have a full one of the mixed berry, but I bought a variety so I could try all the flavors. This is the lemon lime, which I thought, oh, that's gonna be shit. It's fucking delicious. So they're just from Chemist Warehouse if you want to grab some. Highly recommend. All right, I'm gonna make some muffins.
How was your nap? Big smiley girl. Who's a big smiley girl? Goodness.
Hello. The baby is awake. I've made my coffee in a to-go cup because I knew she was going to wake up, but I vacuumed, I mopped. We are very productive today. Good start to the week. Anyway, I'm going to feed this little girl and change her, and then we're going to go. We are in the car and the to-do list is as follows. I'm going to the op shop. I'm going to film that for TikTok though, but I have a list, and depending on how I go at the first one will determine if I go to the other 2. Also how she's going. Number 2, I need to go to the post office to send a return and post some forms off. There you go, the IGA to get us a couple of bits to get us through until grocery day. Anyway, let's go. All right, we're at the first op shop for like an hour. So now I've got a pretty grumpy baby in the back. She just fell asleep for like 2 seconds and now she's awake again. Anyway, I got a bunch of things, nothing on my list, but I did buy my son a chainsaw for $2 and he's gonna love that. Anyway, gonna go to another one and then the post office here, and then I'm gonna go home because I wasn't expecting to take that long. We're back home now. Baby girl is taking a nap. We've been home for a little while. I've had lunch, unloaded the dishwasher, filmed and uploaded my TikTok. So I can tick that off the goals for today. And I've just made myself another coffee. Do I need one? No, but I just like wanted one for my soul. And then when she wakes up, I think we're gonna go for a walk. and then hopefully that and get home before school finishes, because then the streets are just littered with children and teenagers are terrifying. I don't really know, kind of that's it for the day. We're having a really easy dinner, dumplings and gyoza, because I didn't end up going to the shop like I was meant to get more ingredients, and that's the only thing we have in the freezer, because this week I have decided I am not sticking to the grocery budget. I've decided I'm just going to blow it this week, and I'm going to do a big proper restock, because it's getting, I feel like I need to do this every now and again, because like it gets to like the few days before the groceries and we have literally nothing, like no backup options, freezer's empty, pantry's empty. It's not good. So I think this week I'm going to do a humongous grocery shop. I would love to do it in person, but I can't do that with Astrid. Oh, my arm is sore. Anyway, I'm going to drink my coffee and wait for the girl to wake up, and then we're going to go on a walk, I think. Yeah. Good morning. It is Tuesday today, which means I have both of the kids home with me for the next 2 days. Usually my mum would be taking my son out this morning, however she's not here, she's on a holiday, so it's just us. So far I've had a shit night with the baby. Anson woke up screaming and crying, so that was fun. The dog's barking, which caused the baby to cry. Anyway, not having the greatest start to the morning, but I'm always trying to turn it around. So I've been productive, laundry, dishes, everything. Outside it is so foggy and it's 20 past 9 and it hasn't lifted yet. So my plan of going to the PARK today, I don't really know what's going to happen. So anyway, welcome to Tuesday. Let's see where the day takes us. Also, if you are following my goals, I did get ready, I did my makeup and I straightened my hair, but the shit night's sleep has made it greasy. I don't know if that happens to anyone else, but it happens to me. If I have like a tossy turny up and down night, my hair goes greasy. Also, I'm just gonna do this while everyone is slightly happy, because I am currently on maternity leave and I don't actually have a job to go back to, which is a whole nother story in itself. Not a bad one, just the way things worked out and what we decided to do. I am like buying and preparing everything for Astrid to go to daycare and start solids before I stop getting my payments. So I've been doing that. She has her backpack. My son uses my old Kanken, and then I know my sister had one, so I bought hers off her. So they both have a Kanken in a different color. It's so adorable. So I bought name labels. They arrived yesterday, but I didn't see them till this morning. I ordered a top up for my son in just like blue and beiges. And then for my daughter, I got this like pink and tealy colors, I guess, because the backpack is like a light tealy color. And then I also got her a name tag for the bag, and this is the cutest thing. Look at that. Look how adorable that is. My son has like a Hot Wheels one that is like the shape of the flame that one of our friends made, but I needed something. And how cute is that? All right, everyone's losing it. Anyway, I always get them from Hippo Blue.
My five crack.
Oh. All right, I just braved both kids in the little butcher warehouse. Have I said this already? I think I have, but I'm just doing a whole grocery restock and we were completely out of meat. So I just went to the butcher and spent $99. I don't know how many portions it is yet because I will divvy it up, but I'll be doing that soon. But I braved both kids. Anson I put in the pram and I had Astrid in the carrier, which he's almost too big for the pram and she usually hates the carrier. But they were both really well behaved. Astrid was really good. So fingers crossed. I can do that again on Thursday when I do the actual groceries. I'm gonna put this away. I've got laundry to deal with. It's just lots going on. I've got to make lunch. I'm making lunch and this is just so proof that we need to do this restock. Like, we have nothing left and I don't know how it happened. Anyway, so I'm using what we have to make Anson and I some lunch. I have no idea if he'll eat it. Giving it a crack. Singapore noodles, peas and corn, chickpeas, and then I've got some Veggie Hero and some stock powder. I'm just gonna make some kind of stir fry situation and see if he eats it. I'm just calling them noodles because he will eat like 2-minute noodles. I don't know. I'm just gonna give it a red hot crack. Camera died while I was making it, but This is actually so delicious. I also chucked in like a little bit of butter to melt throughout it just to keep it a bit like moist, I suppose. But it's very delicious. If he doesn't eat it, I will eat both portions. It is Thursday and last night was rough. Astrid was fine. She was just waking up normal baby, but she woke up at 2:45 for a feed. And then when I got back into bed, Brett was awake. And then so that always makes me a bit harder to go back to bed. And then he ended up getting up, and then not long after he got up, Anson started crying because he'd lost his Raffy. And once he wakes up, he's not going back to sleep. So from about 3:45 onwards, he was just in bed with me watching stuff. So basically, Brett and I have both been up since 2:45. But anyway, that's besides the point. We move on. We move on. I have just done the groceries, the humongous grocery restock. So went to the butcher the other day. That was $99.55. This shop, which was huge compared to what we normally do, this might be a normal shop for some people, not for us, was $337 and something cents. And I like maybe bought one or two things that weren't on the list. And also I didn't buy some things that were on the list. So honestly, I could have spent $400 and that would have gotten everything. I'm gonna film a TikTok. Well, I'm gonna put the baby down. She did amazing. She was just in the carrier the whole time, and she normally hates the carrier. Not hates it, she just is like, ugh, yuck. But she was really good. She cracked it a few times, but like I managed to calm her down. She nodded off a couple of times. But yeah, I'm gonna film this huge grocery haul for TikTok because that's what I wanna do. So if you wanna see what we got, you can go over there. But anyway, I'm also starting to get sick. I am gonna do all this and I'm gonna treat myself with my third coffee of the day, and it's only 11:30. And I try to only have 3. Oh my goodness, after last night, I was okay this morning, but I can feel it now, like I'm starting to crash. And I know that if I stop, it's all over for me. So I did just sit down and watch a YouTube video while I had my lunch, and that's when I started to feel it. So I'm like, whoop, I'm up, I've put on a load of laundry, I'm gonna give the kitchen another clean, under the dishwasher, hang laundry out. When Astrid wakes up, we're gonna go for a walk. I need to do my workout. I'm just gonna keep it going, because if I stop, it's all over for me. It's all over for me, and I can't have that, especially not at 2 o'clock. If it was like 5 o'clock, sure. But I've still got like a lot of hours to get through in the day. Anyway, I'm gonna power through and give this kitchen a little clean while the laundry's on. I feel manic. Okay, let's do it. I have spent the morning redoing or making a completely new one, basically, resume and cover letter, which I haven't had to do since 2019, I realized, because my maternity leave runs out in like 7 weeks or something. But yeah, so I just thought, all right, I'll do this now, I'll get it done so I don't think about it anymore, and then in like a month's time I'll start applying. I'm trying not to stress about it. I'm trying to tell myself that it's going to work out. Everything always works out, and it does. But at the same time, it is pretty stressful, especially in this economy. Anyway, so that's been fun, and we are going to go into the city and meet my best friend for lunch.